Hello everyone, welcome back to Bricks and Dragons. Today I'm just kind of doing a little haul. These are things I picked up over at the hobby shop yesterday, and local hobby shop that I go to, they have Legos, some Lego sets and that, as well as doing, of course, all the other games and all that. Seeing that I'm doing Fallout and I'm doing Star Trek, and I usually do a lot of science fiction. I picked up some Starfinder flip maps and some flip tiles. So we'll add those. We'll kind of go through those and we'll see what kind of figures I got. Maybe they're repeats. I don't know. First of all, let's start off with the minifigures because, it's always interesting seeing what we got out of a blind box here. So, like I said, yesterday I had a day I was out and about with the wife, so I kind of snuck in getting over to the hobby shop here. So let's see what we got. It looks like we got another fitness girl. So I do have at least one of these, if not two. So we have another fitness girl here. Their water bottle. Some weights. Let's see. I believe that goes in there like this. Have her stand up here. And then she does have the two faces. She's got the nice smiley face as well as the more, I'm working hard kind of face here. So, as usual, I like to keep it to the nice smiley face. The whole thing is with these being blind boxes the way they are, it's not like you know what you're getting, which is kind of the intent that Lego has. The only issues that I've found with them is when you get to regular stores like a Walmart, a Target, whatever else, you find them opened like this from kids that are going in there trying to figure it out. I'm hoping it's just kids, not adults. I'm hoping as an adult that you can look at this as the way I kind of term it is a form of gambling, because I don't know what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a figure, but that's all I know. And we got two of the same. So I don't know if people have some way of scanning these things or whatever and figuring out what they are and saying, nope, I'm just not going to get them. But whatever it is, we got two of the same. So I at least have three, if not four of these. And of course, I'm going to have the smiley face. I've picked up some extra hair pieces. So actually, I think, why don't we do that now? I'll order extra hair pieces from time to time because, when you get multiples of something, you want to kind of change it up. So, there we go. Now we got a different lady here. They could maybe go to the gym wearing the same outfit, but by golly, it's a different lady, so here we are. Actually, I could even change the pants. I could give her some different shorts, and we'd have a whole different setup. Same tattoo though, so I'm going to have people with the same tattoo running around. Maybe they belong to oh there it is. Maybe it's a tattoo for for their fitness club or something, I don't know. But alright, so we got two ladies doing fitness. We'll put that in there. Alright, so as luck has it, we have multiples. I'll put these over here. Okay. Now they're with our space stuff. So, now I picked up this one because this one is a Starliner. But when we look at the back here, we do have what would be like a liner kind of deal. But on the back side is really what I was kind of aiming for. We have some rooms here which I figured would really work well for doing a Fallout. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try and see about opening this up. Usually I keep my thumbnail a little longer so I can open up the plastic as it squeaks. I'm sure my rabbits are looking at me like, what are you doing? It'll squeak like that. Okay. Let's see what we have here. And the nice thing of what they're doing is these are wet, dry, and permanent marker erase. So even if you have a permanent marker, you could still erase it off of here. So if you grab the wrong marker by accident, you can still get it out of here. Let's see how big this opens up, if this will even fit on a pool table with all the other miscellaneous things I have on here. So as you can see, we have some sort of, what would it be, poker or blackjack tables. I think that's going to be blackjack. I don't know. I don't do gambling, so I really don't know. Then we have some other tables here. Looks like a bar in the corner. My nose is kind of getting stuffy here for a second, and I don't understand why. All right, so this fits on the pool table really nice. Now I do have, it's up a little bit because of the stand of our camera here, and I got a pen under here so I can hopefully understand what I'm kind of doing. This looks like this would be a stage of some sort. I'm going to say it that way, unless this is a pool, which it could be, I don't know. I guess that's going to be open for interpretation. In a way, I would say a pool. That's definitely a pool, so maybe this is a stage, that's a pool. And we have some lounge chairs here. We have some what looks like turbo lifts. Stairwell coming down from here. Nice little fountain in the middle. We have some computers here in the middle, so hopefully people can try and figure out where they need to go. You got I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this here. I'm going to lift this up. So we do have, a place for people to kind of sit down here, have some food, listen to a person playing on the piano. I know there's a name for that, but I don't know if YouTube will allow that name or not, because it does sound, if you have a dirty mind, kind of dirty. All right. So we'll try and put this on top of our Legos here. Okay. So this is the part I was really happy to find. Kind of going out here. So we have rooms. We have like double rooms. We have bigger rooms. So I was thinking that these rooms could very easily work for doing Fallout. Maybe I photocopy it or something so I can put out a couple of them. You can have some smaller rooms or something. And because they already have the bathroom all laid out and all that, that would be nice and easy to do. Ideas. Now for me, to sit here and say maybe I photocopy, get two of them, one big room, and then I can just make multiples. That way if I draw on it or whatever else, I don't ruin the main map. Otherwise, if I wanted to, I could say, hey, this doesn't exist, it's just a corridor going down here, and I could easily do that as well. However I wanted to do that. The fact that we have some bigger rooms, some smaller rooms, that would work very well for like a Fallout shelter. Now I'm trying to move this up here so you can kind of see. In here we have what looks like would be, this is a room right here, and it's just like a bulk room for like people that are working on the ship, the Starliner here. So we got 6 beds in one room, a couple chairs, a computer so they can log in, check their emails or whatever. More like crew quarters right in here. It'd be kind of nice if that went farther out so we could see the rest of it. But now we have the crew quarters, and then we also have crew bathrooms with showers. And then like a crew sitting area. This is probably their locker room. So that's where they keep all their stuff. They just kind of crawl into a bed, crash, go out to the locker room, and then go from there. That's my guess. And like the service stores are here. So all the luxury stuff is out there. These are turbo lifts, so they can get up and down from wherever they got to go. But yeah, I think that would work nice, especially for doing a like a Fallout map or something. Who knows? We might even run into this doing a Star Trek or something. It's always nice having maps. So these are ideas, things to kind of work with. It's always nice having maps here to try and do that. And then we have another one that's called Space Station Corridors. expansion. So let's kind of flip through this and see what we can come up with. And then I do have the box behind me somewhere. So hopefully we can get these added into that. We'll kind of go from there. So flip tiles, if we look at the back, we do see where, I don't know if this is going to be like a sewer system or something. I guess we're going to find out here in a minute. Let's see what kind of wonderful exploring we can do with our hallways. Every day is an adventure. We just never know what it's going to be. Some days it's fun adventures, some days they're boring adventures, and some days it's very trying. Oh, there we go. Now that's all. Okay, so flip tiles are kind of nice because they are two-sided, so I feel like they're sticking together. All right. Let me see if I can't get them to separate a little bit easier. Okay. And I think we got them separated, at least to start with. So, this has got like a nice gridding on here, so we have all the pipes and everything underneath. So if I'm looking at this, we have a little computer room, we have a walkway here and a walkway there. So I don't know how well that shows up on the camera here. And then this has got a little room, 1, 2. These are rooms, enters from this hallway and enters from this hallway. And this is almost flipped from there, but this enters as well. So, and if we flip this, again, we have that grid pattern, or that mesh grading, and we have all the piping and everything underneath there. So, and now this one does a 4-way, so we have some fans underneath to try and keep airflow going, whatever piping is underneath there. And if we flip this around, again, we have some bigger fans, comes into a bigger room. So now this is identical to that, so I don't know if it's going to be the same way on the other side. Nope. All right, so whatever this is, this looks like an incinerator in a way. Looks like some flame jets coming out here. So whatever that all is, I don't know. And of course, this one has coming here, so whatever, anyone coming in here is going to have to kind of go at diagonal. They're not going to be able to go out here. So I don't know if this would be viewports for someone or what it is. Has a different take. Okay, so this is what we were seeing on the map. This looks like regular non-mesh graded, and we have the mesh graded stuff. So this goes out here. So this might be more interiors of the ship, common interiors, and this might be more service interiors. And much like that other one where, you know, you can kind of come in and walk through, but you can't go all the way around. So, and now this does something similar where it comes out, it goes off the other way, and then we have computer panels here. So whatever they're doing out here. So that kind of adds to that. Now this one crisscrosses here in the middle, so if you're trying to come up with a labyrinth, you can kind of do that. Here we have another way out. You know, this is all interpretation, you know, personal interpretation. Is this going to be a hard wall? Or are you going to make this like a see-through wall in spots? I don't know. Thought I felt like 2. Alright, so here again we have the mesh, and it goes all 4 ways. We have room entrances here. And then we flip this over and we have more of your common corridor with our service corridors on the outside. So now this one's a little different. This is like a pit with spikes sitting out here. So we have some sort of trap to throw in there. And there's our common corridor going into service area again. Now this one looks like it would work for that pit again. So let's see here. Not quite. So I'm feeling on the other side here, and it felt like, alright, so these two would work together. So we'd have a pit in the bottom, so we have ladder ways into the pit, and it looks like we have some turrets. So I don't know if you want to say, like, you know, you're going up levels or whatever, but that gives you that opportunity. And we flip this over, and these are pretty much identical in a way, so we could set them together. You could kind of walk here, exit out, go into the service area. So if you're doing a bigger ship, you want to have your normal corridor and this, like, your Jeffries tube or whatever. You could easily do that. What else do we have? Well, these look kind of close-ish. Alright, so we have hallways going this way. We do have rooms in here. We flip this over, and then I'd have to kind of do this. So we have a nice four-way intersection here, and then this kind of teardrops out again. So, and of course, now there's no exit from here, or on either one of these, to get into the service area. So you could easily have people trapped from one area to another, and they'd have to try and fight their way through. Alright, and then both of these, we got entrances from all four ways. We have computers in the middle doing whatever they're doing. And again, we have another four-way. And of course, none of these are going out to the service area, so if you have someone stuck out in that service area, you're not going to get them out of there. And get another four-way. This one's got some fans underneath. This has just got some pipings. We do have internal rooms. These are a little harder to see though, so I could see my my players kind of getting confused with this. Some of the things I've been thinking of is maybe doing little half walls. So maybe only go up about 1 inch high and doing a half walls. Now, when I originally saw half walls for doing like Dungeons and Dragons with the Wizlock tiles, I was kind of against it. I was like, well, that doesn't make sense. You want to be able to see the full wall there. Full walls are nice for an outside wall, but when you're talking about an inside of a building, it's actually kind of nicer to have the half wall, because then you can see where all the figures are. Otherwise, what I noticed I was doing is everybody had to look up over the walls to look in there. So it didn't work out quite as well as I originally thought it would, because they just couldn't see it. So again, we have corridors. At least this one's got an entry into the area here. This dead ends, so looking at this, because you can go straight out, but there's no way into here. And if you're walking around in this, and this just kind of dead ends into a wall, now you're kind of out of luck. So a lot of these are kind of set up so that way if we're doing this, we have like internal rooms. This one's not going to work out quite as well. Here, but I want to grab this one. That one would work a little bit better maybe. So now we have internal rooms you can't get to. So you're walking around and, okay, well, you have a computer, you can walk around here, but it dead ends. Adds a little intrigue to everything. So we're almost done with what this pile has. I am very happy that Pazio, however you want to pronounce it, I call it Pazio, does tile maps like this, flip maps. Because even for all the other games, I mean, it's very nice for doing a Star Trek, a Star Wars, there's Starfinder. I think if you're doing GURPS, Traveler, or anything else, these would work very well for. And the fact that, there's 6x6 inch flip maps, so they don't take up a ton of room. And if you needed to, you can kind of add them together or whatever else, so it works really nice. And of course, we have the corridors kind of going around. Oops, I don't think we flipped it over. Okay, and these would actually mesh pretty good this way, so whatever you're... And we do have an entrance in here, so that would work. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so this one crosses. I'd have to kind of do it this way. The way this all lays out. Gives us some interesting layouts here. And if you notice, watching a lot of the videos, I usually don't like crossing like this too much. The fact that they came up with it, I'd leave it, but I don't typically do it like this. Mainly because I think people are always trying to figure out, how many movements it is. Like the old, you would have to move over and then up, and I don't know. It was all very boxy the way we were doing things. I think people are a lot more fluid today and thinking about it or whatever. We've done this for a while. Either way, do that. Now you have a room with a computer in here. And like I said, this goes off into different areas. So if I was to combine that with something else, now it becomes a bigger room. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Nope. So, alright. We'll flip these over, see what we got. So we got different hallways. And it goes around. Nice computers on the inside here, so you can try to access different things. I think we're almost done. I think we got, what, 2 more? I heard a click, or a crunch here. Yep, 2. 2 more after this. Alright. So again, now this gets interesting because we have a kind of cutout, so you can walk around and you can go around a corner or something, or however you map this around. Now it's bigger rooms. So, you can get some very interesting and unique layouts. Like a little computer center. Maybe this goes into some crew corridors. I do have some older map stuff that I might have to try and come up with, like little bed tokens and stuff like that to throw into some of these. That would work really well to say, hey, I've got this mesh or whatever, but we're going to throw a bed in there because it's now somebody's room or something. But I could see this as like a lower deck in a space station or something, or even if you had a Starliner, but it's like some of the out of the way areas, so that way people aren't typically going, and it's where all the mechanics and all that stuff is in. But yeah, I think this will work out pretty good. I think it'll be a nice addition. We'll have to see what kind of use we get out of this. Even if I was going to throw this in for like a fallout area, you can end up into some of the other like side passages or whatever. We might have some work areas on the outside, more the facility maintenance personnel or whatever you want to call them would be going into and taking care of while your other people are out and about, so you don't have the kids wandering into here in your fallout shelter, or hopefully not, and you find out that they've been going into all your side tunnels all along. This would also be great if you're doing like an Aliens. It seems something like that. All you'd have to do is just start having your acid gun running through your pipes. But alright, well, this is what we have here today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.